Hello, I'm Marisol Miranda from EASY, Equal Access to Software and Information, and this video is about validating the accessibility of images on a web page. Almost every web page has images in it. Many of them are there for conveying information, so it is relevant for us to pay attention to them. People who are blind can't see them, so we need somehow to provide them that information as well. The way to do it is by adding an alternative text to each image, which is a small description that is going to be read by the screen reader to its user to let him know what the image is and why is in the web page for. If an image is in the web page merely for decoration or formatting, there's no need to make a description of it. We can make the screen reader ignore it by typing as alternative text quote space quote. This is called null alt text. Not typing the null alt text will make the screen reader read the image file name, for example flower.bmp, or the word image. The alt text visually is invisible. There are different ways for knowing if the images have an alt text. One of them is to hover the mouse over the image and the text appears over it. Another option, and the one used by web developers, is, among other things, for example, using the Firefox Accessibility Extension toolbar, which is the one that I'm going to demonstrate now. The first thing to do is to open the web page you want to validate using the Firefox browser. Okay, I opened one of EASY's web page. After that, I click on the menu Text Equivalent on the toolbar. There are 9 options under this menu. For now, we are just going to use 2 of them. Next, I'm going to click on List of Images, a list of all the alternative text for the images that the web page has, plus where they're linked to, and their properties, width, height, and radio, are going to be displayed in a new dialog box. Next, I'm going to click on the alt text link EASY Equal Access to Software and Information. And simultaneously on the web page, the EASY banner is going to be highlighted, which means that this is the alt tag for that image. If we go back to the list and keep on reading, we can see another alt text that reads wheelchair access symbol. Even without going to the web page, we all understand that there is an image of a wheelchair access symbol in it. Here we have an example of a web page with inaccessible images. Following the same steps than before, I displayed the list of alternative text, and the report reveals things in a very different light. Rather than having a text that makes sense to us, we read no alt text or title. This text repeats for each one of the images. The properties values for almost all the images is 0. As you might have noticed, the web page is in Spanish. But it could have been in Arab or Japanese for our purposes. The language is completely irrelevant at this point, because just by reading the list, as we did in the previous example, there is no way to know what the images are, or what kind of information they are conveying. So even if you are a visual Spanish-speaking person, trying to do it, it is impossible, just the way it is for screen reader users. The second option for the alternative text menu that I'm demonstrating today is Show Text Equivalents. This option disables the images on the web page and shows only their alt text. Here we can see the same text that was on the list of the alt text. Here we have easy equal access to software information homepage and wheelchair access symbol. On the same web page of the second example that I used before, we have empty spaces. We have no idea what can be there. To conclude, using this kind of toolbars is a good way to first notice if we didn't forget to add an alt tag to an image. Second, to know if the alt text that was given to the image makes sense. And finally, it can give us a good idea of how a screen reader user surf the web. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Marisol Miranda. Goodbye.